Now we are ready for Lesson 7 on page 93. As you can see, I'm still in the test project. In Lesson 7, we look at entity relationship diagrams. And on page 94 and 95, there are some definitions that you need to be looking at. Also on page 95 are the diagramming symbols we'll be using: the fundamental, attributive, view, and associative. On page 96, we've been developing our data model. From the View menu, select 66% so that you'll be able to see everything on your model. From the File menu, select New Diagram. Select the diagram type to be Entity Relationship, which should be the default. Nope, it's the one we used last time. So it's Entity Relationship Diagram. Select the diagram type and the page size to be standard. Click OK. Click the first symbol icon, the rectangle. This is the fundamental entity. Place the cursor in the middle of the diagram workspace and click the left mouse button. An entity is drawn. Name the entity Student Driver. Add another fundamental entity below the first and name it Driving School. Add another fundamental entity below Driving School and name it Driving Lessons. From the File menu, choose Save and name the diagram Driving School View. On page 98, put the cursor in selection mode by clicking the arrow button or select mode button on the control bar. Click the symbol labeled Driving Lessons with the right mouse button so that its object menu appears. Select Change Item. The scope must be set to Global Change in the Change Object dialog box. This option is important when you change an object's type or label. Selecting Global causes a change to be made on every diagram where that object appears or occurs. If you select Individual, the change is only made to the selected object. A local change would modify all occurrences on the current diagram. All changes to the symbol must be global. Select Change Type. Select Attributive Entity and click OK. And as you can see, the diagram is changed. The symbol is changed in the diagram. Now to draw the relationship. Click the first line button on the control bar. Draw a line from Driving School to Student Driver. The procedure is the same as that used to draw a line in Lesson 5 or diagramming. Click and hold the left mouse button where you want the line to begin and drag. Enter instructs for the label of the first relationship. Click 1 for the minimum and click many for the maximum. This means that Driving School instructs one or many student drivers. If you know the exact maximum number, you can enter it in the detail box, but we don't. Press the Tab key to move the cursor to the next field, or click the mouse in the other label field. Enter attends for the reverse relationship name. For the minimum, click 1, and for the maximum, click many. This deliberate error is added to demonstrate the capabilities of the Analyst function. It means a student driver attends one too many driving schools. Both of these relationships are considered mandatory because it is necessary to attend driving school to be a student driver. And it is necessary to have students to be a driving school. Ensure that type is set to normal, and then click OK. Draw a line from Driving School to Driving Lessons. For the first label, type Offers and select minimum to 0. and maximum to many. For the second label, type are provided by, and you'll set, automatically this will be set 1 to 1. Click OK and click Control Save or Control S to save the diagram. Select Analyze from the diagram menu. Choose Current Diagram and Syntax Check. Click OK. It tells you that the current diagram is correct. Add a symbol to the diagram without naming it. Run Analyze again. You see an error message indicating that there is one unnamed entity. Click Cancel to return the diagram. The unnamed entity can be deleted from the diagram. By selecting it and clicking the delete key. Run Analyze again, but this time choose Normalization. You see the error message that the relationship driving school instructs student driver is not normalized. This is true. The error indicates that the cardinality is 0 to many or many to many in both directions. It is flagged as an error because optional, and many relationships can be difficult to implement. Click Cancel to close the box. To change the cardinality of the relationship attends, click the relationship line with the right mouse button. Select Change Item. Change the cardinality for attends from maximum of many to a maximum of 1. Click OK. That's wrong. I think I already had it correct. That's why I'm not finding the error. Now you can see it a little bit better. Your diagram should look like the one at this point on page 7.5, which is normalized. And my diagram is correct. Okay, that's what I thought. This will be real important when we start drawing entity relationship diagrams in the book. Now on page 103, select View of Data Model from the File menu, then choose Process. The Select Process for Views dialog box appears. You can see an example of it on page 104. Click the Process Issue License and click OK. Visible Analyst searches a repository for entities that contain data elements in common with the data flows that are attached to issue license and creates a view of the data model. Select Save from the File menu. Title the diagram Process View Issue License and click OK. The generated process view is pictured on page 105. That's the end of lesson 7.